Hello, everyone. What? Oh, you can't see her. Sorry, my dog scared my mom because, she's black and she's in the hallway and it's dark in the hallway. I don't know. I didn't see anything from her. Hello, everyone. Hi, Candy. So, if anybody wants to come up, the link should be pinned. And I'll keep an eye and see if anybody comes in the basement. But I wanted to show you something I was playing with. So there's a woman on YouTube, and she does free cutting with her rotary cutter. And I really, really, yay! That is awesome, Susan. I'm so glad that you're safe and no major damage. So there's a woman that she does this free cutting on Facebook. But they're old videos. They're like 6 years old, but somehow it popped up in my feed and I went, oh, I like it. Right? And I posted it on my wall. And some of you that are friends with me, didn't really know what it was. Well, it's supposed to be, that's good. It's supposed to be leaves. So I love them. Absolutely love them. Now, I have an art quilt. I don't know if you guys know that I have done art quilts. And then there's this one. And there's room for improvement. Like I got the stem off on one of them, but there's room for improvement. And then there's this one that I did. And I think my curves over here were a little tight. Let me get over here to it. These were a little tight, but I think it worked out okay. So I have an art quilt back here. So I've done a couple. So this one still needs stitched down. It's on with fusible and with glues, but it still needs stitched because I was stitching with it with my old brother, and my old brother actually quit picking up stitches. And I absolutely love doing this, right? I also love doing like traditional stuff. Well, that's what I'm getting ready to show you. This here is a horse quilt. It's let me see how big it is. Where's my tape measure? I'll be right back. I'm missing a tape. It's not very big. It's actually about the same size as the sketch I did. So it's 16 and a half by 19 and 3/4. Probably could squeak out 20 if I wanted to. But I draw. I think you all know I draw. Well, this is my horse art quilt. Hold on. That's my horse art quilt that I did from my sketch. And, well, I haven't got a nail up yet to hang it up. But these leaves if these are done in, say, some purples and greens and done around in black, I think will go well with this art quilt. And now this is from one of my photographs. And I can actually, because this one's not finished, I can actually put this one in a quilt. Now I might be able to with the horse, but I for sure can with this one. Because the horse is quilted and bound, right? This one is not. But I thought that a design like this with, I don't know if these are loose. Yeah, with these are loose. So I'm going to be real careful. Because in hers, she put beads and stuff, right? So if I were to put, before this ever goes into a block, right? If I take this and put, I don't know how I could do this. Hold on. Get a straight pin. So if I were to do this and put these around the edge like she did, because it's so cool. Hold on a minute. Sorry about that. So I thought that I could do something like this with, can you see the beads? If I did something like that around the edge of one side of the flower. You couldn't hear because I muted. Because I had a call I had to take real quick. I'm sorry. But I've got like these white beads. I've got copper colored beads because I paint, I craft, I do just all kinds of stuff. So I thought if I could do that before I did anything beyond this. So add the beads where I think they'll look the best. Maybe it needs to go on the solid print or the solid fabric. Since the print is so busy, maybe put them over on the solid. Hello, Deb. Hello, everybody that's joined. So what do you ladies think? I think it would be really pretty, to be honest, around that quilt, around this iris. And because I didn't know what I was going to do around the outside of it until now. And I've made this, I don't even remember when I made this. I made the iris last year or the year before. And I didn't know what to go around the outside until just recently when I saw this woman's video. And let me see if I can post a link so you guys can see it. Hold on. Go into my history. I subscribed to her, even though all of her videos are old. But that's because I wanted to be able to go back and watch these videos again. And if you hear noise, my dog is running circles in the house. Oh, where is she? There she is. Now let's see. How do I copy her link from my phone? Maybe not. There we go. Copy link. Now we can go back to my chat. And paste. There we go. Hello, Mona. Good to see you here. You can come on up with me. All I'm doing is chatting and talking about things. Hello, Patty. So this is what I was discussing, and that link I just posted will take you to her YouTube, and that showing how she free cuts these with her rotary cutter. But I thought if I got, say, a pattern purple, maybe a pattern green, well, I'd probably have to get a couple different shades of this purple, right? Or maybe even if I can find this, because there's some text fabric in here. There's not much because I didn't have much text fabric. Maybe if I can find some of that or some more dark purples to make the leaves so that they all go together. I think maybe that would go well with the quilt. And then save these for a scrappy quilt because these were just practice. And then I think she even did some stitching on the leaves, here on the leaves, and maybe even around them before she ever quilted them. I'm not sure. I'd have to watch the videos 500 more times. So if anybody wants to come up, I posted the link. And I worked on those Camden bowls. I actually made 2. Well, I made this one, and it's about 7.5 inches. And it's a pretty nice bowl, actually. And they weren't really too hard. If you use a G needle. I didn't use a G needle, and I broke 3, so I had to hunt for some G needles. Now, the other one's sitting over here on my table, and it's got stuff in it and clipped to my other rope basket. Nancy, Mona, you can come up. But I wasn't doing anything, so I just thought I'd come on to chat. I didn't see Rita coming on, and I thought maybe everybody want to come up, maybe chat, say hi, have fun, do stuff, even if it's wrong. I'm really glad you're safe, though, Susan. Hello, Donna. I'm just glad my daughter moved out of Florida because I worried all the time about her and my granddaughter down there. Hello, Nancy. You can come up if you like. Oh, really? The one I'm hand quilting back here. Hello, June. I've just got I've got glass beads. They're up here somewhere. Because I've got all my stuff for it in a container here. So like I'm putting these buttons on that one quilt. They're kind of washed out. Come on. They're a light blue. And then I'm putting, not those, where's my, yeah, let's see. I'm putting these beads. So what I do is, let me pull this closer. It'll be a whole lot easier. I'm trying to reach through my sewing machine and everything. All right. So what I'm doing is on this hand quilt, or this quilt I'm hand quilting, I am taking these buttons and in each hole, so I'll bring my thread through, I will grab a bead like this. I will go back down the same hole on the button and then come back up and grab another bead. But before I do that, I take a couple rounds on the button so it's not just the thread holding the bead on that's holding the button on. And that's part of why it's taken so long to hand quilt this, because I'm not only just hand quilting it, I'm adding beads, I'm adding buttons, all the embroidery's done, so all this embroidery floss is left over from that. I've got a ton of spare needles just in case. Night, Mona. But that's about it for, I mean, I've got some other beads that I can't get a stinking, even a bead needle through. I don't know if it's their, whatever paint they put on it, the bead needle still wouldn't even go through it. So I don't know how I'm going to do those. Oh, good. There's a problem with the chat. Isn't that nice? Let's see. Make sure I haven't missed anything. Just everybody. Well, and also with the couching, so she did another one, and I'm not quite sure what she used. I don't know if it was an embroidery floss that she couched on and then opened all of it up, but it was on an ear of, it looked like an ear of corn, and it looked like an ear of corn because it had the yellows and orange for like the stuff on it. Hello, Melina. But I just think it's cool. Has everybody here seen the quilt I'm hand quilting? I think you have. Hello, Karen. I've got the lid pinned up here, so anybody like to come up and chat? Okay. It's laying back here waiting for me to get back to it. Kind of like Shirley's name when I get around to it. So, and it's all pinned up, so you're only going to see, it's actually, you're going to see the top of it. I thought it was the bottom, but it's not. It's the top part of the quilt. So I've got it. Hold on. see if we can dull down that light. So I've embroidered everything, sewn all the applique on, embroidered everything, and this, get everything moved over here a little bit. So I've embroidered every one of these around the quilt. I've got embroidery thread in, and then I'm hand quilting around it, hand quilting around this, hand quilting around these diamonds, and case, let's see if we can get it so you can see. Let me take a pin out. But let's take an easier one. And this, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it or not. Right by my finger here, maybe, maybe not. Can't get it drug up there. Get up there. So right there's the button with the beads in it. And they're going in every one of the diamonds on the quilt. And then right here, well, I'm having a time wrangling it. It's a queen size. Put it in a chair. There we go. And then on the large flowers in the corners, there's beads right here. So that's probably what's taken so much time. But you can kind of see this here is the top part of the quilt, and this is all I have left to quilt on this right here. You can see it. Trying to block some of the backlight. But I don't even remember how many vines, how many petals, how many flower buds. I don't remember how many of all of that I have on here. But I think there was 50 some diamonds. And I'll show you the back. You can see this is my first time hand quilting. And I'm not mad at the quilting, to be honest. As you can see it right here. So I'm not mad at it for my first time. I don't know if you can see it. But in the blue, yep, just hang it up on your machine. In this blue strip, I am mimicking this. I'm not drawing it on, I'm just freehanding all of it. And I have throughout the entire quilt. All of this is freehanded, nothing's drawn on. And I'm doing a little loop-de-loop in between my diamonds towards the center of the quilt. So it goes around all the diamonds, all of this, and every one gets a loop-de-loop. And the top one's going to be a little more because this is where the pillows would lay, right? So the pillows would lay up here, and it would, when it's over the pillows, this covers the end of the pillow. And I made it like that on purpose. So, and I did find after I sewed some of it, this blue had a stain on it. So I've got some of that stain remover. I'm hoping I can get it out with that. Now let me see if I can wrangle this back over there. So it's just waiting on me Um, I'm real proud of it because it just turned out really pretty. And that's why I chose to hand quilt it. Internet. Okay. The ones I did find, they wanted too much for them, right? Even on Marketplace. I guess they thought it was something gold. Sorry about the noise. Hello, Rita. Are you coming up? My leg's doing better. The I think the steroids, the leg brace, they've all helped. I didn't see Rita come in. I'm sorry, Rita. Rita, I've got it pinned to the top if you'd like to join us, or anybody else. But it has been 6 days. Tomorrow will be a week, so hopefully the doctor was right when he said that a week and a half it should be better, because it's close. And I go tomorrow for a mammogram. So I thought while I was in town, so what? Look at me. Look at my hair. Look, it's a mess. Come on up. Kind of like there are no quilt police, there are no beauty police either. Not here. Try and get that light out of there. Hello, Beverly. Thank you, ladies. My daughter's one of them that convinced me to hand quilt that, because she felt it would be an heirloom, so that's why I'm doing it. It's only taken 6 years, right? Only 6. I think Julie will be up if we're still on after she gets some groceries. Come on, Rita. I don't even see you in the basement. But that's about it. I thought I'd make another small bowl, kind of like what Rita says. What else can I say? Somebody else come up and help me. Rita! I think I will. I've still got a circle, and I might make it a little smaller to sit on the counter in there by the kitchen. I really liked how the Camden bowls turned out, though. But this one I made for Mom, I just felt was a little tall for what I needed. But I'm thinking she's probably gonna put her rulers in it, right? Because her rulers would fit nicely in there. So she could just stick her rulers in this, right? And then she'd have somewhere for her rulers. But she's got them sticking in a little plastic tote right now. But it's 7.5 inches, and I didn't think that was too tall until I got done with it. And then it's like, okay, that's taller than I thought it was going to be. And I only took 2 rows off, and I think that made mine 2 inches shorter. It's not rope, Beverly. It's all fabric and batting. The bowl that's over here, this bowl is a rope bowl, and this is a Camden bag or Camden bowl, and it's stay straight up and down. And yes, I had to hand sew it, sew the bottom on and the buttons on. And I'm trying to twist her arm, Deb. She's not popping up here though, because I don't see her. And the link's up there. It wasn't hard either. I just, I don't have any strips over here now. I cut a 2-inch strip of batting and a 2.5-inch strip of fabric right here. And then I've got it propping up my phone holder. I didn't have a pattern, so I can tell you what I did, right? So it's a 2.5-inch strip. So you take a, that's a little short to show. Ow. So you take this 2.5-inch strip of fabric, and then I didn't even use an iron, and I'm going to be honest, and I love to iron my fabric and make everything nice and neat, but I didn't. Because I just thought, you know what, I can just sit right here at the machine and do it. Then I laid the batting in the middle, and then I fold one side to the center and met it with the other one. Hello, Sandra. I posted the link if you want to come up. So then I met them in the middle like this. And then I folded it over so that I had this. And then I sewed down along this side. And I sewed as close to this edge as I could. And that's how I got each section for my bowl. And then I zigzagged each section together. Now with the first bowl, I zigzagged them all at one time. Well, I found doing that caused the strips to do this. So, lesson learned, I sewed 2 strips together, 2 strips together, 2, and then I sewed like the next strip. And I made sure each time that my selvage was up here and it didn't bow like that. So the second one went a lot easier because I didn't have the bowing to deal with. Sandra, you can come up if you like. I saw you got something in the mail from Miss Patty G. Interesting little block that is. Epic, as Miss Patty G would say. Hello, Donna. I've probably missed, but hello, everybody. So we're going to have dead airspace or a short live if somebody doesn't join me, because I'm running out of things to talk about. Yes, it does. Now I used cardboard in the bottom of mine. So I cut a circle. I actually have an extra one. This is actually from a dog kennel, in case you couldn't tell. And then I just folded this over, added the other piece. I did a little bit of gluing to hold the first one down, added a piece and got it folded all under, because it was going to be difficult to get a circle in this, right? But I also trimmed the fabric. This one's not trimmed. I also trimmed the fabric so it'd be easier to go around the corners of the circle. And I sewed right through the cardboard. She is laying in my chair. She was running circles in the house. It was epic, Patty. And it's beautimous. And going on the quilt. Uh-oh, there's Miss Sandra. Well, I know your room, so I knew it was you.
I'm trying to.
Oh.
It's like.
Well, the reason I was late for my own live is I was eating peach ice cream.
Well.
Yeah.
That works.
I love peach ice cream. It's hard to find.
Yeah, there's my poo.
Okay, Karen. Freezer paper will help. Yeah, I thought it was kind of cute. I didn't get to see you open it.
Well, Linda Denton says, I know what it is. And I says, do I get a hint? But I've already figured it out.
Oh, yeah, I figured it out too, but it still surprised me because she did a really good job, and it was purple with glitter.
Well, I was wondering if we was going to get purple with glitter, or if you was going to get a different color than mine.
Right? It's funny. She's so funny.
So then I went and put on my purple poo necklace.
I saw, but I didn't see when you opened it. But I can see it behind you.
Yep. I was keeping it quiet from everybody on Kathy's, and then I turned around and pressed it because I didn't want no wrinkles in it.
Yeah, I pressed mine too.
So and I have some purple glitter fabric to border around that.
Awesome.
And then I got this funky purple stuff for the back when I do the pillow.
Yeah.
Give me a second. My dinner's beeping.
I thought that's what I heard. Because I knew I didn't have my microwave on. Hello, Terry. Good to see you here. But what is everybody else doing today? Getting any sewing done? That's right, Terry. I got mine all pressed too. It's sitting over here, waiting for me to get the labels on it. Because I got this block first, which I think is beautiful. Might help if I unpin it. And then I have this one, which made me giggle. Yeah. Some of the seam, I pressed and pressed and pressed and still couldn't get some of that out. I think some of it will come out when I quilt it. From the folding of it, right? Let's get it pinned back together because there's two blocks there. They both belong to Yo Patty. Someone said I should make a pillow with the poo-poo one, but I think I'd rather want it in the quilt.
But Facebook won't let me. I took a picture of the purple poo, and Facebook won't let me put it up as my picture.
Oh.
Or YouTube won't let me put it up as the picture.
Well, that ain't right. It's purple, Terry. They're both purple with glitter. I don't think you could have seen the glitter. I had it too far back. It's glitter.
Yeah, it's glitter.
There's glitter on the purple poo.
Yeah. Yeah. It's hard. You can't see it hardly. There. If I wiggle it just right.
Yep. The light's got to hit it just right. Is it on a pillow form?
It's pinned on it.
Purple glitter poo on a pillow.
Yep.
Nope, it's purple.
It's purple.
Yep. It's cute too. My dog wanted it. It's so weird. She kept trying to get the plastic out of my hand.
Oh.
Like it was for her. Like I was opening this envelope and what was in it was hers. It was so cute.
Right now, I don't have a dog.
Oh, you don't have it now?
She's out for a walk with her mom. Why am I green?
I don't know.
There. It come unclicked. There.
Yeah. That's good.
I made sure to click the YouTube and everything before I come over, just like normal.
Yeah. Donna's long arming a quilt. Oh, yeah. I got to get more needles because, well, I broke 3 and then I finally found my blue jean needles.
My quilt's sitting in my room.
Is it? So I did find out that that long arm his mother has is Baby Lock. My boyfriend. And it was bought, I think he said she bought it new in 2013.
And it could be the same as Baby Lock was made by Handy Quilter.
Uh-huh.
Which is what mine is.
Yeah. He doesn't know which one because there's a whole list of them. He doesn't know which one.
Yeah.
And he said he wasn't going to go in there because the room's a mess and he thought he wouldn't go in until maybe October.
But
it would be nice.
I am not having fun with a dog in heat. No.
Why isn't she fixed?
Because my daughter didn't want to get, the vet told her not until she's 4.
Okay, she needs a different vet.
Well, that's what they're saying now.
Nuh-uh.
On a lot of the, heck, my little boy got fixed at 8 weeks old.
Piper was 12. No. Yeah, she's 3 months.
But my little girl got fixed at 4 months, had to wait till she was 4 months old. 4 months.
You want to fix them before the first heat cycle.
That's what I was always told.
It's still that. I don't know who that doctor is.
But believe me, this she wants out, she wants in, she wants out, she wants in, she wants out, she wants in. I'd rather have my great granddaughter here saying, Gigi Ma.
She wants out because she wants to find a mate. Because she's in heat. Are you putting a diaper on her?
No.
If you put a diaper on her, it'll stop any nonsense.
It's like I have a chain link fence yard and I go out with her every time because it's like but it's like if she has puppies, that's not my fault.
Yeah.
That'd be immaculate conception.
Terry, I'm sorry you have a backache. They suck. And that would be awesome, Karen, to get to the fabric patch. I've raised dogs my entire life, and it has always been before their first heat. Same way with a cat.
They told my son too.
You need different vet.
It says it helps prevent cancer. And I says, if they get cancer, they get cancer. So that's my feeling. I'm sorry.
Getting them fixed helps prevent that.
No, they said keeping all the functioning parts in there. They're doing just like us. They won't give me. They wouldn't tie my tubes or give me a hysterectomy because I need that filtering system. And it's like, you know what? I don't plan on living forever. Let me be happy.
I think you need another vet, to be honest.
No, they said 4 years. And I think she needs to be fixed.
Yes, she does.
Or at least her cycle comes in 6 months. She better be out of here. Because I'm not doing this again.
Either that or I'm taking her to the vet and getting her fixed. You take your pick.
And I heard there's birth control pills for dogs. Does that work for keeping their period?
Okay, that's it. That's why he's saying it, trying to sell you pills, just like they do for people. Don't do this. Here, give her this pill. No, I get the dog fixed. That's crazy.
It's like, I heard there's pills for dogs. And there's also pills for the rats and mice to help the population cut down.
Oh my God. It's
Chicago,
pharmaceuticals. Pharmaceuticals. You honestly need a different vet that doesn't follow the pharmaceuticals. Because that's crazy.
Yeah, because Chicago is currently using that birth control for my rats. I go, use Decon. Don't worry about birth control. Decon.
Right? I've got a control for it, all right. It's called rat poison.
Yeah. Yeah.
No.
She was howling earlier here in the house.
Yeah, because she's in heat.
And
she's trying to get a male. And if she's left out alone, it's a possibility through a fence. And I know this for a fact. I've seen it happen.
YouTube video, here we come.
No, this was real life. I seen it. Yeah. Dogs between fences. Yes, ma'am. When I was growing up. Because, back then, nobody thought to fix them.
My dogs all get killed, no matter.
That's right. Miss Francis. Hello, darling. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Awesome. How's Petey?
He's here.
Yeah.
So,
hi, Francis.
He gave him, hey, hon. She gave him some steroids to start taking Saturday, but he has to go off of one of his medicines for 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
But she knows how we are, that we just don't want to put him down right now. And she said, as long as he's, we're helping him and everything, that she could understand that. But if he starts to, we think he's suffering. No, we won't let him do that.
So I built a wheelchair for my boxer because of her back. Yeah. But you can also, that thing that you're going to make, right, with the baggies?
No.
Your storage thing that has the baggies in it. Placemat. So my thoughts, why don't you make one that is long enough to go up on either side of him with the handles? Don't add anything in the middle. Just make the big long placemat.
Yeah.
And when he goes out, you can each grab a side, or one of you can grab it and hold its rear end up.
You know what we use?
They make them and sell them, but you can make one yourself, sweetie.
We use a beach towel, an extra long beach towel. That's
this
what we
will give
use.
support further across his belly.
And like when we're not here, I made him one of those bands. PP bands, where you put the pad in, and I made him one of those. And so far he hasn't used it.
Yeah. Well, Lily had a hard time, and then I decided it was time to go when we came in with the wheelchair, and I helped her out of the wheelchair, but she couldn't even get to her bed. It took her, she had to lay down in front. She was so exhausted. She was in front of the door for an hour, and I said, well, that's time. I don't want to, but it's time.
Yeah. Well, I don't think he's got enough strength in his front legs to do that. I really don't, but,
What I made supported her in the front and in the back. So all she basically had to do was move her feet, right? Yeah. And when she'd go potty, she'd try to squat, right? And I'd always make sure to get her feet out of the way so that when she went potty.
Yeah.
But
He's doing all that pretty good right now, but his back legs is what's got the cancer in it real bad, his hips. And it's not gonna be long, but we're not
until he
gonna let him
starts suffering,
suffer.
yeah.
Yeah.
But hers wasn't cancer. It was hip dysplasia. Because she was 13.
That's what my
Yeah.
other dog was, hip dysplasia.
Yeah.
And
And her dad had hip dysplasia too. And that's
Yeah.
why he passed. And he used the thing, like I said, to
Hey,
carry him out.
everybody. Have you heard from Rita today?
She was in chat. She said she didn't look good, that's why she wouldn't come up.
well,
Oh,
no, I don't look good.
I don't
neither do
either.
I. I'm
And I told her, I
tired.
said, look at this hair. It's a mess. Who cares? There's no fashion police around here.
Like, right
Thank
after
God.
right after I got done with the live, I got a headache.
Thank you, Donna. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, he's right where he can see us. We made him a
That's
pallet in
good.
the living room, and he's right where he can see us. And John can start doing his food with his medicine and all. As soon as he hears that microwave, his head goes up. Boy, he knows he's got something to eat.
He wants his
But of
din
course,
din.
we're feeding him whatever he'll eat. Chicken, I'll boil chicken for him, and
I make
chicken
my
nuggets
dog's
from
food.
McDonald's.
I make baby food. I make food for the dogs with chicken breasts, rice, oatmeal, sweet potatoes, peas, carrots, and usually a chicken broth or a beef broth. Cook it
Yeah,
in my Instapot, and I make enough for a week. Well, maybe a little over a week. It makes 4 bowls, and the 4 bowls will last that long. And that's what they
Yeah.
eat.
yeah,
It's good for it. Doesn't have all them extra junk, right? And then I find the best dry because it can add vitamins and stuff without costing me an arm and a leg.
yeah. We use the chicken broth too, and sometimes the beef broth, but
Mhm.
mostly chicken.
Yeah.
So
It does help when I cook the chicken just by itself that it makes its own broth.
yeah, that's what we do.
Yeah.
Then I don't really have to strain it, but sometimes I strain it. But then I'll still give him the
Oh, to get
stuff
the
that,
fats out.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'll still give him the stuff that I strain. I
Yeah.
just, and then I cooked some chicken legs the other night for him. And I think it was about 6 or 8 of them. And I pulled all the meat off the bone, and then John sat and cut it up.
Yeah. Well, I've done salmon and I've done beef, but chicken's just so much cheaper. I could buy a great big pack
Oh,
of
yeah.
chicken.
But honey,
And
I got plenty of beef and pork in my freezer since
Yeah.
John can't eat it now.
right? So, because Candy was asking why just chicken,
Yeah.
mainly because it's cheaper. But I did
Yeah, it is.
do some salmon, and I
But
did do some beef.
chicken's good for them,
It is good for them.
and
Her dry food's even chicken. So
Now, he loves some mashed potatoes.
Wow.
Yeah. So
At my
every time I pick cherry tomatoes outside, Piper's getting mad at me because I won't give her one. And then today, I was remembering a video that I was watching that I watch all the time, and their dogs go and pick the cherry tomatoes and eat them, and their dogs are not dead. So I decided that she could have some cherry tomatoes. So when I was picking them, I gave her one, and she was about as happy as can be.
Sandra, is that your daughter?
You want me to go get her fixed?
She looks like her, don't she? Was that your daughter?
Yeah. Oh, where'd she go?
She looks just like you. That's why I said it's got to be your daughter.
Yeah, that's Melinda.
Hi, Melinda.
Hi.
You can't fix her until she's out of her heat cycle and no longer swollen.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
you can't.
You haven't had her
You got to
house?
be completely done with that.
Oh
you
my
got to be
God.
completely done with that.
It goes and goes and goes.
No, she never howled.
It's like, oh my gosh. Maybe it's because she's a city girl now. She's calling all these boys.
Yep.
Now
That's
this
funny.
reminds me of the Dalmatian movie where they start doing the dog telephone chain looking for the puppies. Remember?
Oh,
Oh
I
Lord.
hope Rita comes back in because I'd like to tell her about Petey.
Hello, Sarah.
So
Well, I don't see her in chat.
Market, did you see that?
yeah.
No, me
Where they
either.
Where?
went? Mrs. Babbitt's house above the golf course.
Really?
She was here earlier.
Off the flats.
You know, that's what retired people do. They live on the golf course.
Well, I was telling Sandra, I can't believe they told you to wait 4 years. I have always raised dogs or cats, and it's always before the first heat cycle. Always. It's just less hassle for you, sweetie.
Sure is. Every one of mine was spaded or neutered.
Yep, always.
She was on at 9:01, so I doubt she comes back on. I see her post. She says I
Yeah.
look awful.
Now, she says she's going to call the vet. What took it was saying that they can connect even through a fence.
They can.
Mm,
I've seen it when I was a kid. Seen them connect through a fence.
Yeah. When she's out of cycle, I'll get it done.
Yeah, good idea.
I have to go out.
Diapers will work until then, right?
What'd she say?
Diapers. You take
No.
diapers. They
And
have
it'll
a
help.
nail hole.
It'll help any blood getting off on your furniture or anywhere.
So far, I just had that one drop.
Yeah.
But I have this like
Oh, we had two freaking little dogs come after. They come
that's
running
cute,
out,
Donna.
and she's like nose to nose with them.
that's because she's in heat, so they're coming out. They can smell
Yep.
it.
Well, the little girl didn't have control of her stupid dogs.
Yeah, but I mean it.
She's in trouble.
You better keep a close eye on her.
I can attest to what happens when people don't have control of their dogs. I had to
Boy,
go to the
oh boy, if
emergency
I wind
room.
up with puppies, I'm gonna be a pissed off mama.
They do have birth control pills and the what do they call it? The day after pills.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they have pills that you can actually give them if you're not sure when the cycle's over.
Donna,
If
I
you put some
actually
doggy
tasted
britches
mine
on
when
her,
I
another
cooked it,
dog
and
can't
it's
get
really
to
good.
her.
Bailey,
Put some doggy britches on her, and another dog can't get to her because it'll be covered.
Melinda says she's going to put a metal chastity belt on her. It's like, yeah, it's out. I guess when she was a country girl, she didn't care. But we had that one boxer. She traveled because she'll travel for it all the time.
you didn't want no stupid coyote, Daddy. So like dumb. You're scum, man. Coyote scum. Yeah.
You pull this down, and then you pull it down again.
That's different, don't you?
But Donna, I've tasted mine that I make for my dogs. It's actually really good. No spices or anything in it, but it's really good. So if I think it's good without spices, yeah. Yes, they can, Terry. Says
Yep.
Sandra, the males can smell her at least a mile away.
Most definitely.
Yep.
So far, I don't have a bunch of dogs at my fence. So far,
Yeah.
there's no Romeoing going on. So far. No,
Yeah. She has to be under your watchful eye every time she goes out
I
to keep
know.
it from happening.
I take a BB gun out with me, so if he shows up, I
Yep.
can't. They won't let any kind of a gun, not even a squirt gun, in city limits.
Really?
Good
Really.
grief.
It can't resemble a gun.
So Terry said she just checked. It's 3 miles away. So they can come from 3 miles.
3 miles, Melinda, to track the mail. It's like,
And if she gets
happens
loose,
when you
she'll
have all
travel
these
10
dogs
till she
here.
finds one.
She's panting like she's in heat.
Uh-huh.
The thrill of the
Right.
sex education on dogs.
Yep. So you've been able to work on
Plug it
anything,
up.
Francis?
Do what, babe?
Me,
Have you been able to work on anything?
No. I just
No.
hadn't had the time because we've been going here, yonder, and everywhere, and just
How
hadn't
long
had
is it
the
going to
time.
take to hear from SS?
I'm not sure yet because she was supposed to send it off last Friday.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to give her 2 weeks, and then John's going to start calling.
Well, hopefully
know.
she faxed it or emailed and didn't send
She
it in the
said she
mail.
was no. She said she was going to send it off right then when
Yeah.
John was leaving.
It took Charlotte's block to get from me to her 18 days.
Wow, she finally got it though, didn't
She
she?
finally got it. I was getting ready to make her another one.
Mm-hmm.
She finally got it. And I'm like, good Lord. I've had both, so Terry, I've had both male and female pets. I actually had 2 males, let's see, 3
mine have
males.
all been fixed,
Yep, I fixed all of mine.
except
Me
for that one
too.
boxer that my husband had to have. And she
I
traveled.
love boxers. Love, love, love boxers.
Well,
She
we do
traveled
too,
6
but
miles to the neighbors to find love.
Yeah. But
Luckily, it didn't take. Luckily,
I always fix them. It's better health wise for them and mental health wise for me, right?
well, I forgot who it was told us that with the females, it's best to let them have at least 1 litter of puppies because of cancer. It would decrease the rate of cancer.
I've never
But
had a problem with any of my dogs, and I always fix
Huh?
them before the first heat cycle.
and
yeah,
Yo
we had a vet to tell us too that a white boxer
oh,
that we need to just go ahead and get rid of it right now.
what it is.
We had 3 white boxers.
I had a
One of them still living.
My Lily. My Lily was a
I know,
white
that's
boxer.
what I said. Just because they were white, well, one of them was deaf, but she understood, what we would say. And if they were outside in the fence, I would take a pole and bang on the floor of the deck,
Yeah.
and the vibration, she would look up and see me, and then she would come on up.
Well, it's a genetic flaw.
Hmm.
It happens when you breed 2 brindles, like 2 flashy together.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that until afterwards, but we bred them twice. I didn't realize it. We had white boxers in both litters.
Mm. Well, did we breed her with a brindle? Yeah, we did, didn't we? Yeah, we did.
A brindle to a brindle, because they
She's the
call
only
those
one that
flashy.
didn't have cancer. She's the only
Yeah.
one that didn't have cancer. All she started having the seizures, and then her paws would stay like this. They wouldn't flip back up. But it's an
Aw.
automatic reaction when they turn their paws like that they'll flip right back up, and that means their nervous system is just gone.
Acting up. Yeah. Mine didn't have cancer. She was healthy as a horse, and she just got the hip dysplasia like her dad, a trait that was passed down, but other than that, she was fine all 13 years. She went about the same time. That's pretty.
Oh, that's pretty.
Let me make you big.
What's the name of that block? Oh, I see them over there.
That's pretty.
We can't hear you. Have you got you on mute?
I didn't mute her.
Okay,
There
I'm
she.
unmuted.
Okay. What
I'm
is that
adding the
called?
gold to this red peppermint. You like
That's
it?
pretty.
I do
Uh-huh.
like it. What's on the gold?
Hey, it goes with our theme. Ho, ho, ho. That's what it says. Ho, 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 all through the gold.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
That's funny. I like
So
the peppermint. It
What's
looks
the
good in
name of
the.
it? What's
this
the name of it?
this is called Mother's Favorite.
Oh, okay.
It's a very simple block. I have it in the red. I've reversed the reds.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's like I can't stretch my finger far enough.
Hang on, let me solo you again. Make you big.
That red is the big mains, and then this red is just only in the diamond around it. This green is opposite of those two greens. It makes a difference. It looks like we could play tic-tac-toe. We got X's and O's.
It
Yeah.
actually looks like different blocks when it's done that way, even though it's the same block.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, is that 3 separate quilts you're doing right there?
This is my quilt. I got 6 more squares to make,
Right.
and then it'll be like 48 inches wide by whatever long.
Mm-hmm.
Or
That's the same pattern, isn't it?
Yeah,
that
as the
this is
bottom.
in Pine Star, and all I did was change where the blue sits. So like
Mm-hmm.
I can't do this backwards stuff. That looks like tic-tac-toe because those 3 are the same. It's all you have to do is turn them. But I have a snowman in the middle that's fussy cut,
Yeah.
so I
Yeah.
can't turn them. And then the 4 outside of those, I can turn them and make them look any color, way I want.
Right.
Yeah.
But I got to
Right.
make 6 more blocks, 3 for top, 3 for bottom. But I ran out of the medium blue. But those have fussy cut snowman in 5 of them. These ones have fussy cut snowman in all of them, but there's no 2 that are alike there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they look different.
I got only
So
1 red.
I like the secondary pattern that top one's making.
Yeah. That bullseye looking thing right there.
Yeah. Yep, that.
Well, I can't
That's
see
pretty
well.
cool.
Maybe
So
I need
that's going to
there
be
you go.
throughout the
Well,
quilt
no, that
then.
doesn't
It's like there.
now.
I can pull it closer to you.
Yeah, it's like a square and a square and a square and a square and a square, like almost like a mirror effect.
Yep,
Yeah, I like that.
I do too.
We're still having internet issues. It goes out once in a while, but it's still better than no internet.
Right. Well, I did a little swirly when I first started.
Oh, I think they're still working on where the fire might have burnt through the fiber optic. I'm not sure.
Well, at least you're getting fiber optic because
No, we're not fiber optic. It's fiber optic until it gets to town and then it comes above the ground again.
I have fiber optics, and other than that one storm that came through and took out everybody's phone, internet, and power, I normally don't have problems with it.
Shoot,
We
we
had
do, and
to-
ours is underground.
Mm-hmm.
First, they was having to reroute the the one that's buried, the fiber one.
Yeah.
And when they went to reroute it, the guy cut the wire too soon. So they had to work all night on it.
Mm,
And working on those little tiny lines in the dark is not fun.
right.
And then this last time, we think that when they're cutting power to these houses, it just was in a big fire right, less than 60 miles away from me.
Right.
They cut through the lines again because our whole town was down. No landlines, nobody on Verizon cell phone, no internet. The businesses that depends on internet the hospital was having one heck of a time. They had to write down all the stuff.
Yeah.
Well, they found a computer program they could use.
Mhm.
They had to dig old
What did
archives.
I do?
You're still here. I
I'm
think you're
not with
frozen, though,
y'all.
Francis.
Yeah,
I think
she
you're
just froze.
frozen.
The red star is the entwined star.
It's having me to load again.
Okay.
All right, let me get rid of this other one.
That's an old picture of Francis.
That way you
that's for
don't.
sure.
There we go. Now try. Well, no, because they both look the same now.
Yeah, that's not it.
She doesn't have volume on that one.
Hold on.
The entwined star. We
Kick
did it
from
a few weeks ago.
studio. Kick guest. Try to come back up, Francis. I'm going to kick you from the studio so you don't get echoes when you come back. There we go. So is she talking about that red one in the center there?
That one right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the entwined star. I think it looks like an ornament.
It kind of does.
You know, those old fashioned ornaments that had points and whatnot.
So I posted on I found a mason jar block. I sent it to Rita that looks like a mason jar. It really looks like one. And it was a free pattern. And I found it from So Yeah. They were selling a kit, right? And they mentioned the name of the pattern. And the only difference is the jars aren't full.
Yeah.
But that's an easy fix.
That's the same one I found on some other fabric company's site.
Mason jar quilt block pattern is from hold on. This is from stashfabrics.com.
But I told
and
my
it is
daughter,
a free PDF.
Yeah.
You just scroll down and there is in the description is a download.
Told Melinda though, if I'm up all night with her howling and whining, she's gonna hear about it tomorrow.
Right.
It's like I've had howling, I have whining right now because she wants to go outside.
So I sent it to Rita in hopes that she can figure out which one she likes best.
I sent her a pattern
I
too.
downloaded it, but I'm not going to use it.
I sent her a pattern too, so.
Yeah. The only thing is I saw that one didn't have food all the way up in the jar. You don't can a jar like that.
No.
I know.
But you can
I
fix
when
that.
I seen that.
Yes, we can fix that by adding fabric. She could leave a little gap, because there's always a little bit at the top, but nothing like halfway full.
Wasn't going to finish this block today, but I'm here.
Yeah. Might as well. I would, but, my machine's too loud.
I got to cut some sashing out, and I dread it.
You don't like cut sashing?
I don't like to cut nothing. I like to sew it and put it together, but I don't like to cut it.
So Terry says she wasn't present that day. She might have been not paying attention.
That's a good possibility.
Yeah.
Did you see these blocks, Francis? I think you did. I think you commented on them.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
I think I'm going to get some to go with my...
It's a brown leaf with a green stem going up in it, or a blue stem, right?
Yeah, it's orange. Yeah, and then there's
orange.
a yellow one with blue,
Mm-hmm.
and then a blue one with blue.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I'm gonna do it in purples. Um, it was I posted a link earlier to her YouTube channel where she just free cuts with the rotary cutter, right?
Yeah.
And I thought I can do that. Surely I could do that. So I went and found 3 different fabrics so that I'd have 3 different here. These
Yeah.
are all just like I just had a little fat quarter of that and scrap of that, scrap of the blue, and a block of the orange, right?
Uh-huh.
But I think
I
what I
hear
need
her.
is greens. What?
I think that's Sandra's grandbaby dog
Yeah.
Oh,
barking, and
howling and
there's
wanting to
probably a
see
there's
the
probably a
boys.
male dog outside,
It's like
and she
I am
knows it.
not opening the door unless I'm ready to go outside.
Well, you be
Sandra?
careful when you take her outside, because she'll pull away from you to get to that guy. So be
I
careful.
think she saw me open this, Patty. But Patty wants us to show Francis our block.
Oh
You
no, I
too.
haven't seen that. Where did y'all
And
get that?
from Miss Yo Patty G.
That's
Because it
so
was
cute.
epic.
It's
And
purple
it is purple
glittering poo.
glitter elk poo. See the glitter?
Yeah, it can be either a turd or it can be ice cream.
I got purple ice
That's what I
cream cone.
said.
Put it on an ice cream
say
cup.
purple
Yeah.
ice cream. Ew.
It's just a
Hey,
color.
now you love purple. You can't say nothing.
Yeah.
Grapes or
Because she's
blackberries
a
will turn them
ice
purple.
cream,
Blackberries will turn them purple.
but she only eats strawberry ice cream.
Oh,
Well, that's really cute. Where'd you get the pattern, you said?
well, I don't know. Yo Patty did it.
Yeah.
Yo
Your
Patty
daddy
made it.
probably drew it out.
She thought we needed it because of the purple elk poo necklace.
Oh, she said the poop shape too, so
Yeah, the poo emoji. She said turd.
She likes the way that we get on with our elk poo.
what's that one behind that you got?
Oh, that's another one from her. The first one she sent me.
Oh, now that I do like.
Isn't that pretty?
That,
love
I love
colors.
that.
Love all the colors.
You just have to send me the pattern somehow where I can copy it.
Did you hear that, Patty G?
And then mine's a twist.
And see, that's my kind of pattern. I like that.
Yeah, and I like because it's woven. So it might be a woven block
So do I.
because that's what it looks like. It's woven.
What did you say yours was, Sandra?
Mine's a link. I'll go get it. It's like the twist in the wire.
Uh-huh.
That's what
Oh,
mine
that
is.
sounds pretty too.
I'll go get it. I'll take it off of the bed. I have all my blocks laid out on a bed.
Well, she's lucky the dog hadn't jumped up there and just blocks everywhere.
I'll tell you what, you don't put something on them dogs, and I'll tell you what, they'll ruin everything you got.
Yep.
Because when
And
mine,
not because they're trying, but you know, they
No.
just do.
because
So
the
I'm
one
gonna
that I let have puppies, oh my God, whew,
So
he
I'm gonna
would
make
bleed and
those
it would
link
just
blocks
drip.
to go with this, Francis.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
Isn't it a iris?
Yep. From one of my
Yeah.
photographs, an art
Oh, I
quilt.
like that too.
I know. I think that would be pretty in a quilt, a whole quilt with those.
Yeah,
It looked like
knot or a twist or whatever.
it's like, isn't it like a Celtic tie or something like that?
I don't know what it is for sure. It's got purple.
she
Yeah,
Googled
it's got your
poop
purple.
emoji and printed the picture.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, that's funny.
Loop the loop.
Loop the loop.
I enjoyed doing chain links years ago. My son
So is
wanted
that
to
other one that you sent me that is a woven block, is it? Or a weave or something? Well, if I'm flickering a little bit, looks like we're having moments of being bad internet.
We last night it rained and the wind, it was something else. But it hasn't
Susan
been bad
Munger's
today.
safe.
The wind's been blowing, and it's cool outside. It's very cool outside.
Yeah. So Susan Munger's safe. She got flooding, but water was gone in 24 hours.
Well, good.
was gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know I was trying to watch all the news tonight.
Yeah.
Those towns they was telling me I couldn't even spell them. I hunt for them on Google Map. It's like,
I'm just glad
can
my daughter's
anybody
not
write
there
something
anymore.
normal?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's in Arizona, and she did a post today or yesterday and said, Arizona, I do appreciate you because I'm not in the path of a hurricane anymore, but I've lost power more times in a month than I ever lost in a year in Florida. After, even with having hurricanes.
You kept opening an opportunity.
Sheila sent me a text and asked me, did I use double fold bias? I have to look at one of them and see what it says because I don't know.
So she got this. The block that I have is woven from Patchwork Squares, and the loop de loop is from Carol Thielen on YouTube.
It's a double fold. That's what it is.
It's like I said, someday I'm going to get them all made on square.com. Someday.
Yeah.
I've
got a book that's got 201 in it.
All but 3, I think, of these are from patchworksquare.com.
I like the blue and green colors.
The time is from that.
I guess I must have skinned up my elbow when I went down the other day because.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, that's another one from patchworksquare.com.
That's a pinwheel inside of something. Flying geese on the sides and a half square in the corner.
And it's called Colorado. This is called Colorado block.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
And Brasstown Star.
Mm-hmm.
Swing in the center.
Yep.
Lilac
I think I've
Lane.
done that one.
What now? What's that one?
Lilac Lane. Autumn Puzzle. It's supposed
that
to.
One's cool.
I mixed. I did mine differently because this is supposed to, brown's supposed to be here with the orange and vice versa. And I just put mine because I see spools of thread.
I do too.
Oh yeah.
And then you see the pinwheel.
Yeah.
And then this is that one that's up there, the entwined star.
Endpoint star?
Entwined star.
Entwine.
Yep. And then the Amish star. And of course the good old split Ohio star. Now this one here, I didn't have a pattern.
I love
I couldn't
that
find
one.
it to print it. This one's called a Millennium Chain. It's not on that one.
I love that one. Every time I saw it on the wall, I kept forgetting to ask you what it's called.
That's the Millennium Chain.
That would be pretty.
Change.
Chain.
An entire quilt.
Yeah.
Chain.
And then this one here is called Use It All.
You certainly did.
And Arizona. Now this one here, they call it Baby Bud, but You see the
It's
bird?
darting bird.
diving?
It's darting bird.
But it's darting bird normally has a full body, but they call it baby bud.
Mhm.
Okay.
And then
I don't see a bud. I see darting bird.
Clay's Choice,
Mm-hmm.
girls' favorite. And in the picture where I have white, they had dark. And I
Okay.
want mine the other way. Folded corner, Dutch treat, because of the
That
tulips
one's
in the
pretty.
corner.
It's pretty.
Four flowers,
I like that one too.
Mm-hmm.
and then the mother's favorite in all yellows. I
That's
love
beautiful.
that all yellow.
Now
That's
that
that up
other
there,
one-
isn't it? Isn't that the same
that's that
thing?
one.
All right. Hang on.
And
That one. Somebody stole my
this one
pencil.
here is Air Castle.
What now?
Air Castle.
Air Castle.
And Daydream.
Yeah, you should.
Lover's Knot. And Calico Puzzle. And all this is half square triangles in the corners.
Uh-huh.
All the rest blocks.
Daggone, I did it again.
Well, Francis.
There,
Sarah's
I'm
Choice.
back.
Okay.
And what is
And then-
that?
This one's called Sarah's Choice. I like it because the 4 points,
You're saying Sarah is in.
yeah. SARAH, Sarah's Choice. And then, of course, Ohio Star. That's how we started out the year.
So the one I like so much with the friendship star and the little squares. What is that one? It's a peach colored one.
The Millennium Chain.
Thank you.
What are you going to make it like a sampler quilt out of all of those?
Yes, this is our every Monday at Kathy's.
Uh-huh.
That's what when I get 25, they become a sampler quilt. And our
Okay.
final one, because this is 24, our final one's called Diamond Star. And that's Monday.
So we brought enough pieces for each person to get 2 pieces, and that was it.
See,
But
I
of
got my-
course, you've already got it just about done.
no, it's like
So,
I'm almost done with this last, the gold one that's going up on the wall.
Yeah, that gold one you just showed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have
Sarah,
it webbed.
so
Huh?
Terry said someone just posted on Facebook, another group, that her dog was in heat and 2 neighbors' dogs dug under the fence to get her, and they attacked her.
Oh, no.
You're not helping anything, Terry.
Well, that's just to let you know to be careful.
It's like,
Yeah. Always be out there with her. Carry a big stick. Got cane?
Okay, I have to tell you something that was about 75 miles from here. This guy went in and used his toilet.
Yeah, I could got some.
He got bit by a snake that went up in the water hole around the edge of your rim of your toilet. A snake, a rattlesnake, went up in that, and that's where he was. They had to bust the toilet apart to get the snake out.
Oh,
Wow.
Lordy.
75 miles from here.
We talked about
I
that.
don't even want to use my bathroom right now. I'm thinking about bringing my commode in.
Yeah, keep them all over there. We don't need that.
No.
It's like, that's crazy. Who would ever think to check in their where the water comes out of their toilet? If
Right.
you're not getting water flow, don't check. Call somebody.
Terry said she's just warning you that the fence is not enough, and that snake was a real predator. Ouch.
That guy's finger where he got bit. I couldn't believe how I did not know what the guy was showing us at first because it was so big, blue, and swollen. I thought
Mhm.
he was holding the snake, and then I finally seen a little bit of his fingernail. His finger, I'm not kidding you, was swollen as big
Oh
around.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
I hope he went on to the doctor, to the hospital.
I'm sure he did because he had
Well,
to
he'd
get
have
that
to. He'd have to get an anti-venom.
Anti-venom, yeah. And they'd mark it to see how far it would go, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he doesn't lose his finger, he's going to be lucky.
Yeah.
Right.
But
Yeah.
we don't want to use our toilets now.
Well, see, that's what was in my garage. But it was little. It was only about this. Well, y'all can't see it, but about
Little
15
ones.
inches, and the head was sticking up like this. And I was walking towards the garage door, and it was we got a metal garbage can out there that we keep bird feed in.
Yeah.
So keep it closed up, and it was right beside it, and its head was let me get to the, my wrist is like this, and its head was up like that.
Yeah.
And John, I come in the house and told John, and of course he was in the bathroom. I had to wait for him to get out of the bathroom. But when we went out there, the snake was still in the same place with his head up.
No.
So
Yeah.
John
metal
hit him on
can.
the head.
That
He hit
metal
him.
can is where they was getting their heat from. They love the heat.
Mm-hmm.
So he hit it, and it swirled around and around and around. And he said he knows he hit its head really bad, but he could never find it. He moved everything around and couldn't find it nowhere. So I'm sure it probably died.
So those younger snakes,
They have
they
more
don't
venom.
control their venom like an
Yeah.
adult does. They haven't figured it out. Where the adults figured out that I need to keep that in case something's really trying to kill me.
Yeah. Melinda was a park ranger.
Yeah.
And
Hello, Kathy.
where she is at, she also has rattlesnakes down there.
Oh,
And
wow, Sarah.
These people
Ooh.
come up and they go, "What do we do? Our kid just got bit by a rattlesnake." And she says, "Well, if it was my kid, I'd be headed for the hospital
Mm-hmm.
and tell them it was a rattlesnake because she went
Sarah's
back."
grandma got bit by a black widow spider while she was using the bathroom in Mexico years ago. Yeah, no.
We have black widows here too, and I see them. They don't get a second chance of life. That foot
No.
can smash them.
Right. Nope, nope. Not in the house. Get out of the house.
Any
Get away
spider,
from me.
if I can step on it, I will step on it.
Right.
They're not going to be
I just
around.
realized I hurt my elbow when I fell, evidently. I'm going to put it on a piece of batting. Make it quit hurting.
Yeah.
Must have blistered it because the blister came open.
I'm not going to be on here much longer because
Out with me.
I got a full day again tomorrow. Well, in the
Yeah.
morning, I got to get up and make that blueberry strawberry stuff that I got to make. I got my blueberries and strawberries and a little bit of sugar now.
Yum. I've
And,
got a mammogram tomorrow.
and got my cream cheese laying out. Got
Mm-hmm.
my Cool Whip in the refrigerator, so it'll be thawed out.
Yeah.
And I got to make some of that.
When I went to the store today, I left the dog in the house. I was supposed to put her in the kennel, not leave her in the house, but not when she's in heat. I
Right.
said, she's going in.
The United States has done lost its superpower.
Yeah. Oh, and her grandparents were over an hour away from the hospital.
Yeah.
So they always had whiskey around just in case. Save my grandma and one of my uncles.
Epsom salts will do the same thing. They say
Mm-mm.
put a pill bottle of Epsom salts in your glove box.
Yeah.
You get bit by anything that you're not sure what it is,
It's all pretty.
get that little bit of Epsom salts and water and get a paste on you.
Paste.
My mom got bit by the brown recluse.
Yeah.
They're bad
She ended
too.
up only having maybe a nickel-sized little divot in her arm.
All right, bro.
For the other lady, I'm not kidding you, a 6-inch circle, an inch deep. on
Well, you
her.
know, that's when I found out that I had Lyme disease. I was really big then, and I couldn't get the tick off of my back. And my mom and my cousin was on the way down here. And as soon as they got here, I said, please get this tick off my back. But that circle on my back got about that big in
Wow.
the little place. As soon as the doctor saw it, he said, you've got Lyme disease.
That's
So,
really hard on you too, isn't it?
yeah, it is.
And
Well,
you still have
shingles
effects
is
from it.
too, trust me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think my brother ended up with shingles.
It's not fun.
No.
My friend had shingles at 34 years of age. And they
Hmm.
said it doesn't happen until you're 50.
Oh, yeah.
After 50, yeah. Well, at least my new diabetes medicine's working better. They're all working good together and helping lower my A1C.
Well, good.
And they
I
didn't
don't
say
have sugar, but I have a problem with my sugar dropping.
Mm-hmm.
But I can usually tell when it does, and I'll just get the thing and check my sugar.
Yeah. You got
It's been
glucose
down to
tablets?
40 before.
Do you have glucose tablets?
No, I have orange juice though.
my
It
husband was
usually
told
brings
just
it right
to
back
take a
up. Huh?
tablespoon of my husband was told take a tablespoon of peanut butter and just put it in your mouth and eat it fast.
Oh,
Or it's the
really?
same as those tablets.
Sounds better than orange juice to me. Sometimes I can't stand to drink orange juice.
See, Sarah's sister has shingles and she's in her early 30s.
Yeah. But that's what they always say is it doesn't happen until you turn 50. It's like,
Yeah, she's
whoa.
got
Right.
them right now, she said.
Yeah. But there, it's all sewed together now.
That's pretty.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to do it where the peppermints is going to be the gold, and
Yeah.
where
Mhm.
yeah,
Put
they're
the
going to
gold.
reverse now.
Yeah.
Okay.
It helps us decide what we like.
Yeah, this is
Right.
true.
So I'm going to move one square down there and move another up. So I'm intermixing my tic-tac-toe board because that's what they look like, X's and O's.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Some stand out more prominent saying O than X.
Right. I like the secondary pattern it makes with the little square and a square and a square and a square.
Yeah. And that's a very, very simple pattern.
Yeah. I guess I could cut some fusible and put them on the rest of my blocks while I'm sitting here doing nothing. You know, make myself useful or something.
I'm gonna
Turn
fix to
on-
leave here in a minute and go to bed because I'm fixing to take my night medicine and then it
Yeah.
won't be long.
Well, I'm an all night owl, unfortunately.
I lay down, and if I don't take my medicine, I can tell I didn't take it, and I'd say, "Oh, I got to get back up. I got to go take my medicine, or I'll never go to sleep."
No. Yeah, I never. Yeah. Oh my gosh, this person.
But I have that ho 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 with this white background with the green.
Uh-huh.
I have the gold, and then I have dark green with the red,
Yeah.
and then I have one chunk of the gold in reverse,
Mm-hmm.
and one chunk of the red in reverse. It's fun using these. These are those samplers that the vendors take in to try to sell the product.
Yeah.
Well, this was all given to me.
Wow,
And I'm
that's
having
nice.
so much fun playing with all this stuff. That's why I'm mixing the blocks up the way I am.
I think the rest of this is for another day to fold up. I don't like how they do this at Joanne's. Mom went
I
and
don't
got it.
either.
This fusible needs to be folded a different way, and so I got to fold up 8 yards of it, but I don't think I'm going to need that much. I've only got a few left.
I roll mine around a paper towel or an old gift wrap tube.
I should probably do that.
I roll mine.
It
That way
makes
I
it
don't
hard
get
to
those
cut it,
fold
right?
marks.
Makes it hard to get a slice out of it when they've got it all just wadded up in the bag.
Yep.
You know, that's the way they did my, no, my, shoot, I can't even think now. My Velcro.
Really, just
I
rolled it
ordered
up.
so many yards of it, and it was just rolled around and just thrown in the bag.
Yeah.
I only have a little bit of this peppermint left. And there
Yeah,
was
nothing
no
to do that
name.
block.
The salvage edge, this was all that was written on it. I've gone, okay, where do I find this
So
peppermint?
how many of you throw your salvage away? Because I'm saving it. If you want to save it and send it to me.
I got one piece I put up for you, and every time I get, well, what if it don't have no writing on it?
I don't care.
Okay.
It's still salvage.
But I had 1 yard of this, and I'm trying to see how far it goes.
Because I thought I'd try to make something with some salvage.
Well, you know,
Just-
some people do a quilt with the salvage. They just sew them together.
And
I
they
saw
use them
some
on
with
purses.
bags. Do what, Sandra?
On your bags, you put that salvage edge where you have to put a zipper. Nice
Oh, yeah.
reinforced edge.
Then we go to bed.
Nice.
I'm going to.
Okay, I need.
But I thought I'd try, so I've got a tote of it. And I've made sure I've got a little bit of fabric with it. I watched one lady make sure, she tries to make sure it's an inch and a half.
Yeah, some people.
Petey
Most of
just
them
got
say
up
they
by
go
himself.
Yay.
One to one
John
and a
said,
half.
"Look, Francis, look in there," and he was up walking by himself.
Oh, okay.
Yay.
That one little burst of energy.
Yeah.
And he'll let us know when he's ready to go to bed. He'll whine and whine and whine until we get up and walk to the bedroom.
Yeah.
He ready for that nighttime snack.
Oh,
Yeah.
Are you gonna get
that's
in
what
this
she
net?
does too. She wants that nighttime snack.
Oh, yeah.
But she gets kenneled every night. But last night she tossed and turned and tossed and turned and tossed and turned. It's like, have I this?
Right.
2 5-inch squares.
So what were you saying about some of the salvages?
They use them on the side of purses for their zippers.
Yeah. Okay.
Because it makes a nice reinforced. I have, when my friend did her 108 wide backing,
Yeah.
I saved the whole piece. The salvage edge that had the
Wow.
writing.
Wow.
It's
Readable.
got all the different colors, and then my
Yeah.
Halloween ones have ghost
Yeah.
things and different colors. Ghosts and pumpkins. I had a blast with saving salvage.
Well, I saw one where she made her grocery bags with them, and she said they make beautiful handles, you know, because they're so strong.
Yeah. And then one gal made a complete vest using the salvage edges. And
Oh,
a
that's
jacket.
cool.
My grandson is autistic.
Is he?
Yeah, they were saying something about autistic.
My niece has an autistic son.
He's very smart though. When it comes to a computer and a phone, he's smarter than I am, and he's 9 years old.
Yep. I hear they're really good with anything with numbers.
Yeah.
But they like consistency.
If you can get Austin to settle down, calm down, it's like everything comes to his head just like that.
Well,
But if
Right.
you get him
huh?
to settle down,
I'll
I
save
think I just
as
heard
much
my
as I
phone.
can, like to go to Sarah's, because that's what I did before. I took 140
Yeah,
and I gave you 120 back.
Julian doesn't like change, right? He likes everything to go the same way all the time because it upsets his
You gonna give him
balance.
some this time? I wonder how much he's used of that card. I hope he ain't used it on nothing for her.
Another piece of that gold.
Okay.
Not in that group.
So is your son liking his new job?
He loves it. He goes back Saturday morning for the, which one at Talladega?
Yeah.
Darlington.
Race.
And then next week it's Kansas.
Nice. I missed
He's
that other
enjoying
race last weekend, and
Did
you
you?
sat there and said it was on, and I missed it anyway.
Oh, this one that they had Saturday night, man, one of the cars that wrecked, it
Yeah.
flipped about 9 times.
Wow.
And the guy got out of the car.
Yep.
They took
They're
him to
trying
the
to make him really
hospital,
safe,
checked him
but-
out, and let him go. He was fine.
Yep.
I mean, it just shocked me.
It's amazing the safety they have in those cars for those men.
Yes, it is.
Because a wreck like that on the normal would have killed somebody.
Uh-huh. Sure would have.
I could not have cut that randomly again if I tried to get even amount of strips, except for this little bit.
Yeah.
I couldn't have done that again if I tried. Because I just pulled some off of it. Hold on, I'm going to mute myself.
It's like,
No,
okay,
he
we got
calls
the
at
music.
7 o'clock.
Yeah, I'm about to call it a night.
Yeah, me too. Well,
Hey
there's
guys,
Miss Julie.
Oh, there's
how are
Julie.
you?
Sorry, I was over there cutting stuff. I didn't see you in the basement.
And I was fixing to get off.
Yeah.
You
Hi
are?
Francis, how are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. We
Everybody?
still got Petey.
You
Petey's
still
still
got
with
Petey?
us.
What do you mean by that?
My dog. We
Yeah,
thought we was
what
gonna have to
happened?
put him. We thought we was gonna have to put him down. He's got cancer, but he's kind of down in his back legs.
Right, I knew that. Oh yeah,
But the doctor assessed him, and she was gonna let us know whether we needed to put him down or not. But she knows how we are about him, and
Oh,
she told
God.
me no to
good.
take him off of the one pill for 3 days, and then start him on prednisone.
Oh,
So
awesome.
that starts Saturday.
That's awesome.
So he's still with us.
That's great. Good, good.
He
How's
just got up and walked by himself, and that's something he hasn't did in days.
wow.
So
Good
that was
for
good.
him. I know
That
that makes
is
you
good.
proud.
How many
Yeah.
days has he been taking the prednisone?
He hasn't started it yet. He starts it Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Totally agree. Because they're your baby. Even if they're rotten, and even if they squeak a
Oh,
lot
he's
of
rotten,
squeak,
all right.
I know. I
He is
got one
rotten.
too.
even if they do all that, they're still a baby.
Miss Peggy, what are you doing?
Well, I'm gonna put the rest of this fusible on the back of this blocks for my orange quilt. Then I played with some leaves. I don't know if I showed you.
Yeah. Yes. I
Oh
saw
yeah,
it.
on my Facebook you saw these.
Yeah, I'm on your Facebook. Okay. Yeah,
Are you on
No.
you on my Facebook?
I am, but I didn't see it there. I saw it on the phone.
Oh, okay. That's right. So
Hello.
I was working on those for that one.
Yeah.
And I'm cutting fusibles to put on this. Shut up, Iron. Why are you so loud? So I have these So I have these 2 blocks that need fusible. Get in
Okay.
there. And that's the one that
Okay.
gets those pedals on them. I think those are the last of them. The rest of them are all got fusible on them. So I think I've got enough cut. I made the rope bowls. I finished those. I made 2 of them.
You're just so talented.
And then the other one only
They
comes
are
to about
pretty. I've
here.
seen them
Aren't they
before.
pretty?
I love them. But she used a heavy foam. I
I
recycle
like the
cardboard.
cardboard. I like the cardboard the way you did it.
Yep.
Nice. That's nice. Sandra, what are you making?
Huh?
Sandra, what are you doing?
The blocks that are on my wall.
Oh,
just-
okay.
Finished the pretty one.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Just finished this one.
Thank you,
That's very
Sarah.
pretty. That's very nice. Right.
How's your mother, Sarah?
I hope they're good.
Thank you, Terry. Oh, and in case you guys didn't know, Susan Munger is safe from the hurricane.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
She was in here earlier. I don't know if she's still here or not.
Good.
But that's what I thought I'd do. I might be able to turn this light on. I don't know. It might overshadow everything. It shines straight down through here. Because I was over here kind of in the dark.
Hmm?
He went to bed and come back and lay down.
Trying to cut the rest of this. I hope I cut enough. We'll see. If not, I've got more.
Yeah, I think you.
Good.
Let's see.
Nice.
Plenty. I'm a little off.
Well, you guys are busy.
Let's be in the minute, babe.
Well, I just started. I've been sitting there doing nothing.
That's you sitting there doing nothing. You're busy all the time.
I didn't want to just sit there doing nothing.
No?
I had stuffs I wanted to do.
Well, Peggy, how's your leg? Oh,
It's
jeez.
doing really good, actually. Oh, that one's a little small. It'll work though. It's doing really good. I don't have to use a cane. Like right now, y'all don't get mad at me. I'm standing on my good leg. Because I know to keep the weight off of it because it's not completely healed, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when I'm standing there, I'm standing on one leg. The other one's just there to hanging out, having a grand old time, right?
Don't start us up laughing again, Peggy. Stop it.
Okay.
Pee my pants.
Yeah, don't want none of that. I don't have any depends for you.
I don't either, but talking to you, I need some.
Oh,
Frances, were you listening to her when she was telling us about going to the hospital for her leg when she injured it?
Yes.
Oh, dear God.
Yes.
Oh, dear God.
hey.
Paul and Casey were in the other room, and they're like, Mom, what is so funny? I said, you got to be here to see it
Uh-huh.
or hear it. Oh, Lucy's okay. Now, Frances, are you making something or no?
I'm
Frances,
just
you're not
working on. I've been working on. Let me see if I got one right here to show you. Yeah.
And I mean,
I'm putting names,
Aww.
embroidering them on my
Love it.
quilts, the
my
bottom
God.
piece.
Mhm.
And when I get the rest of my strips cut out, and I already got my what you call it's cut out, my little squares, and then I'm gonna see how I'm gonna put it together and
Are you
put
going to do
those.
the?
I did every one of them like that I've gotten so far.
Are you going to do the vegetable thing with Peggy?
I don't know yet.
Oh, sorry.
We've got a lot going on and we're trying to get a lot of stuff
How's
done.
Beverly? How was Beverly? Is everything kind of copacetic, working out a little?
She's in bed, but we DSS, we sent stuff off last week
Okay.
for long-term disability,
Okay.
and they said it might take a couple of weeks or so before we'll hear back.
Okay.
But when they do, then
Yeah.
nursing home she's going.
Bye bye,
I'm
Beverly.
So that'll
sorry.
be good for everybody.
You can only do so much. You got to think of your well-being also. And I know because we took care of Paul's father and his mother. And
Well,
I
we took
understand-
care of his daddy, but he was never like her.
Yeah, she's.
I even hate to give her a shower now, but I know I have to.
Oh, really?
She don't know. She don't know her. I'll tell you this: her butt from a hole in the ground.
I know
That's
what
what
I
I was
can
gonna
tell
say.
her. I can tell her to wash her butt, and she'll wash her face.
Yeah. Now,
I can give her shampoo in her hands to wash her hair,
and
and
she'll
she
wash.
washes her face and body. But she does not know how to wash her hair. I have to keep saying, Beverly, turn your head around to the water and wet your hair. And I bet I have to say that 6 or 7 times before she'll do it.
I know.
the
I
gal
know.
I took care of didn't even know what water was. She didn't
Oh,
know what
man.
the toilet was for.
And she cannot stand to take a
would be in her
shower because she doesn't know how.
Because she
And
doesn't know
just
how anymore.
She
That's
doesn't flush the toilet when she goes to the bathroom.
At least she's going in the toilet. That's good.
Yeah, now,
Yeah, right.
but time will tell. It's been 5 times that she's used other things.
But what was it last week? Remember, I was talking to you and I said, hi, Beverly. And she said, hi. Remember?
Mhm.
Yeah. She told us all good night the other night
Did she? Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Yes, she
awesome.
did.
because it's like she heard Francis
Me say good
to
night,
somebody,
and she says good night.
yeah.
Aw.
Aw. Well, you know, she might be frustrated inside her mind because she can't express it, right?
I don't know.
Well, we try
I
to
don't
get
know.
her. She just stares off into space, and John will ask her, "Why don't you tell us what's bothering you so we can maybe sort it out?"
Right.
She won't say a word. She
I
won't
can't.
say nothing.
Well, they don't know.
They
They don't
said-
understand
Okay.
any of it.
But they said, this one said, they said, well, she told me this, and she told. It's people talking in her head,
Yeah,
you know.
it's like
Everybody
Yeah,
told
I
me I
took
better be
care of-
careful. That person talking in her head might tell her to come in here and get a knife and go after me.
Oh,
Well,
Jesus.
see the gentleman I took care of, he come unglued. When his wife come in the house, she was outside
Mhm.
doing something while I was in giving him his bath and cleaning him and making his bed and whatnot. When she come in, there, call the police. There's a stranger that just come through the door, and this and this.
Oh, my
Says if I
God.
had a gun, I'd shoot her. You know, he was just out of his mind. He thought
Yeah.
Yeah.
he was passing. You can't predict what they're going to
I
do.
don't know, but I think she's got a feeling, and how she can remember it, I don't know, that we are going to do something. I've told her many a times myself, I've got to have some help, Beverly, because I can't keep doing it by myself.
Right.
I said,
And the
I
other
said, I've
thing-
got to get you some help.
Which is going is for you. You do not go over there every single day. Do not
Oh,
go
no,
over.
no.
For the first 2 weeks. Don't even go there.
Why?
I don't want to. My
Yeah.
sister says, well, you need
They
to put
need
her
to-
somewhere close where you can go visit her every day. I said, it won't be every day, honey bunch.
Yeah, they don't encourage daily visits.
But we did his daddy when we put him, had to end up 4 months before he died. We had to put him in a
But did
nursing
he
home.
still understand more than she does?
Oh, yeah.
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 And that's the difference.
Yeah.
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 I mean, he still knew who we were. She
And it
don't
just
even know
ends up
who we
harder
are.
on you if you're going to go every day.
She
It'd
don't
just be
even know
harder
her
on
own
you.
name.
Yeah,
She
That's
doesn't
sad.
know her own
they
name.
don't
That's
encourage daily visits.
Yeah. That's different because it's hard on the family, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
It's-
it's harder on the
it's
family
also-
than the person.
It's also better for Frances because she gets that time to relax, unwind. and-
Exactly. It's hard on the family. Exactly.
because
Yeah.
it's believe it or not, it's aging you.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
All the stress right now.
Yep.
And if you get that phone call saying that if they call you, not her, if they call you, because she can't call you, if they call and need to discuss something, like when my friend's father went and swimming in the mud puddle outside the facility because
Yeah.
their care did not cover that kind of
Oh,
help. So then they had to relocate him. So they had to, I mean, he had to be relocated 3 times
oh my goodness.
before they
Really?
finally found one that,
Well, North Carolina does not have a lockdown unit. They're not. North Carolina is not allowed to have a lockdown unit.
well, the
Oh,
only way
because of
they're
fire or
locked
something,
down
or what?
Huh?
is
Because of
there's
fire.
a code you have to press, like ours has a 3-digit
Yeah,
code
I guess.
to get through the door. Well, if they're standing at the door and they grab that door before it latches, that's how they get out. But if there's
Yeah.
a fire alarm, that code unlocks all the doors and anybody.
I don't
can
know if
walk
they'll
in.
put an ankle bracelet on her or what. You
Well,
know.
they should.
I don't think they'll
Or a
do
bracelet, like
Me
an arm
either.
thing with their name and stuff on it, at least, you know.
They'll probably put an alarm on her bed so that when she gets out of bed, they'll know it.
Right.
They had one on her at the hospital before, before we got to bring her home. And
Every state's different.
They just got to keep an eye on them. Is all they can do. It's kind of, but I'm going to go let a dog out before.
Not alone.
I'm fixing to go up
I'm
myself
going
because
with the dog. But I
Petey's
want
ready
There you
to
go.
go to bed.
It's any darker than
The last thing you need is stinking puppies.
Peggy, you love your dog. Stop it.
You better carry something with you you can whack somebody over the head
The
with.
dog she's taking care of is in heat. She does not want puppies.
Who's taking care of the dog?
Sandra,
Oh, no, Sandra. What
her
kind?
daughter, her daughter.
A what?
A husky.
A husky.
Oh, those are so cute.
But
She's in heat.
Yes.
Well, honey, you got to take her out on a leash, right?
Yeah.
Or does she
I have
take
a
you out on a
fenced-in
leash?
yard and
Yeah,
everything
she's gonna
else.
take her out on a leash.
I know, right?
So you better
Yeah,
take
she's
something you
cool.
can crack something over the head with.
Yeah. I have a
Yeah.
baseball bat.
Oh, Jesus.
Not for her,
Everybody
for the
has a
other
baseball
dog.
bat
I know,
unless
I
they're scared.
Carry some, like a spray, like Lysol or something. Spray it in their eyes. They'll run.
Yeah. But so far,
Well, I don't
far,
know.
so
You ever sprayed Lysol in the face of a man who's making advances?
Does it
Have I?
work? No, I have not.
No, me neither. I don't know that it would work if they're that hormonally
It's not
charged.
for a little
What's a
bit. 'Cause
dog?
It's gonna burn.
I know, but he's still hormonally charged.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. You'll see. It burns. It's going to burn in your eyes. Anything you spray in your eyes usually burns.
Right?
It usually does.
I was just thinking about all the hormones taking over. It's kind of like with a deer.
Yeah.
But we do. Melinda is going to get her fixed as soon as this is all over with.
This is good.
How old is she?
She's a 4-year-old,
Oh, she's 4.
and she's been out on her. Melinda lived out of town, at 9 miles from the city. She's never heard her howl. She'll howl, she'll bark, she'll moan and groan and cry, and it's like I said, I don't know if I'm going to survive the 2 to 4 weeks.
You're going to have her for 2 to 4 weeks?
I have her for 6 months.
What?
Yeah,
Why?
because she sold her place and
Okay.
there's nothing to buy, and so she's in an apartment that
You
can't
can't
have a
have
pet.
a dog in an apartment, right?
Yep. So I have her dog.
Okay.
Which
Well, that's good company for you too, right?
I don't need
Except for
company.
when she's in heat.
Well, she's
Yeah.
only going to be in heat once, right? Hopefully, in a couple weeks, she'll be okay, right?
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, she's gonna
No
get fixed
guarantee.
then.
Huh?
It's on the list. She was going to have puppies, one batch of puppies. Her and her ex-husband both had a husky. He had a black husky. Oh,
Sorry,
right,
Oh, you're
Francis.
back, Francis.
Right.
Welcome.
Bright light again.
I don't know what happened. I touched something and I was gone.
Yeah. But
I turned around and you were in a basement.
I know.
And I'm like,
gonna get her.
I thought maybe it was going to be a hurricane.
yeah.
Oh, geez.
So how much rain did you get?
We got what, 2 inches, John?
It was 3.5.
3.5. I know we got a lot, but we got a lot of wind.
rain.
We
Mhm.
got nothing, right, Peggy? We got nothing.
We
No.
needed it because our ground was cracking open. That
Yeah.
red clay.
I'd struggle to get a 1/4 inch.
Mm-hmm.
It's,
Yeah,
it's
we
like-
haven't had any
We
rain
didn't get
lately.
anything.
we're like a
Yeah.
coastal mist, is what we
Oh,
are.
okay.
All
Well,
day
that's not very helpful.
Well, Peggy, now we basically get about the same weather, because
Yeah.
we're close.
Well,
But we didn't
so
get
I'm
it
going to
yet.
go neener because I no longer get lake effect snow, and I've had lake effect snow all my life, and I couldn't be happier.
I can't wait for it to snow.
Whatever. What is like effect snow, Peggy? Tell me.
I love snow.
Yeah. I think you know.
I
It's
think
awful. It comes down 10
Does
inches, 12 inches at a time.
no. Are you
Yes.
kidding me?
Yeah,
You're in Chicago by Lake Michigan. It does it. Joy.
Julie, I like that farm
It
wife.
doesn't
Look at
in
what farm
Chicago?
wife wrote.
Huh? You like what, honey?
Look what farm life wrote. Farm
What did she
wife.
Yeah, I do. I dust it.
Hi,
Farm
farm
wife,
wife.
I gotta change my background again. You know me, I'm computer illiterate, so I'm just keep it.
Yeah, I just
I
use
don't know how
whatever
to do it.
background I've got in real life.
I'm
I don't-
leaving, girls. We'll talk
I don't
to
like
you
showing the
another
inside of my house.
Night,
It's not
Sandra.
dirty.
Thanks for joining us.
night, Peggy.
Honey,
Night,
I don't
Francis.
care.
Night,
They can look
Julie,
at the
and all
inside of my house. My house is
No,
lived
I
in.
don't for my privacy because of
Oh.
things I do. You know what I'm
Right.
talking about? I just don't. No, I don't think so.
Well, John's letting me know that we're fixing to go to bed and take Petey and
What time is it by you?
11:45.
Oh, you're an hour ahead of us.
No, she's the same time as me.
Huh?
Yeah.
Peggy and
are
I
you
think
an hour
are the
ahead of us?
same.
Ahead of Chicago?
Yeah, I'm Eastern time.
Oh, good for you. I'm
We're
Central.
Eastern, aren't we, John?
Go a quarter
Yeah,
of a
you are.
mile and it's
You guys are
quarter of a mile
Eastern.
down the
We're
road and
Central.
it's Central.
I know.
Ain't
Right?
it
I was gonna say, I
10:41
thought you were
at your
Central
house?
too, but you're. Huh?
Is it 10:41 at your house, Peggy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's 9:41 at my house.
Sandra said good night, all.
Good night,
Yeah.
Sandra. Well, Francis, you're gonna leave us? No.
Yeah, I got to go to bed with my buddies while I can.
Aw.
Good night, Petey, Francis, and John. You notice who was
Yes,
said
yes.
first? Petey.
Petey,
Petey,
Love
Francis,
y'all.
John, that's right. Good night. Love you guys.
love you
Love
too.
you.
Where did it go? I didn't get to cut it off.
I can do it. Look, she got it.
She got it. Wow.
I've been on here over 2 hours to get your groceries bought.
I did.
Yay. That's a good thing. I go to town tomorrow for a mammogram, and I'll probably pick up a few things while I'm in town.
What time zone are you going to be on? Are you on Eastern and when you go to the grocery store or anything, or what time zone?
I'm Eastern.
No.
I'm
When you go shopping or whatever, you still Eastern because I know you're right there by Central.
Yeah, I go into Terre Haute for groceries because Aldi's in there.
They're
But
Central, right?
no, they're Eastern.
Eastern,
That's
yeah.
Indiana. But Paris is Central Time, and that's 9 miles. Okay, Terre Haute's that way. Paris is that way. Terre
Okay.
Haute's 15 miles, but it's 40 minutes to the south of town where everything is. Paris is 9 miles, and everything's right about there when we get in.
It's 40 miles. Wow.
40 minutes. 40 minutes
I
to
meant
drive up
40
there.
minutes. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because you got to drive through all the traffic, right? And
Yeah.
I'm just not very good with people. Like, there's people out there, right?
Right. Yeah, there's people.
You know, come on. It's too peoply out there. And most of these people don't know how to drive. I don't know where most of them got their licenses from.
Half of them don't. I think they got them at Sears.
At Sears?
I think so.
I don't know.
I don't either.
I was thinking the corner shop of
I think some of them don't have a
somebody
license.
just selling them.
Well, up here you don't have to have a license, but I used to stop people all the time. They didn't have a license, but they had insurance, so I couldn't tow their car because they had insurance. If they had no insurance and no driver's license, I could tow the car. But guess what? They always had their insurance.
If they didn't have a driver's license,
If they didn't have a DL, but they had insurance, I couldn't tow their car. If they had no driver's license and no insurance, I towed their car.
okay, well, doesn't the insurance report that they don't have a driver's license and then cancel the insurance?
Not in Illinois. They need to change that.
You think?
Yes, I think.
Do they really want to insure somebody that doesn't have a driver's license?
It's about the money, you know that.
Yeah, I guess. That's kind of
I guess. I don't know. Maybe they
kind of asinine
because
in
they
my
have to be
opinion.
retired to be 3 years in September, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't
I
know.
think I'll probably pick up some purples tomorrow and some greens and do those leaves and those tones for that iris block. Good night, Terry. Or good night to whoever's all leaving.
To do the iris block, what iris block are you talking about?
I don't know if I showed it to you. So I made these, right? So I made all three of these,
saw
and I
those.
liked them so well, and I felt that they went with this.
That is beautiful. That is gorgeous. Very
So
nice.
I thought it went with this, only I need to do it in the colors of this and not these colors. Right?
Mhm.
I think it needs some purples and greens and stuff like that. I'm gonna press it back down here because things are flopping. Because it's not all sewn down yet. It's just ironed on, and I folded it and got it out and flopped it around a little bit. Get everything to stick again. So I took one of my photographs and did this like I did my horse one.
Uh-huh. Oh, that's beautiful. That horse one is gorgeous. Oh my God.
It needs hung up, but I've got to get a tack or something to be able to click it up. But this one, now that the machine I have doesn't skip stitches,
Uh-huh.
I can sew this down like it's supposed to be. Because my brother was skipping stitches, and that's why I got mad and quit using it. And should have enough. So I haven't gone back to it. I need to. I've got purple thread over there for it.
Okay.
But these are what I'm working on now. Try to get this done so I can glue all of these to them. And then I have to applique around all of them, sew around all of them. So, you know, I got a bag of like 700 whites and all of these
Oh,
that
nice.
have to go on these. They're all cut though. That's the hard part.
Yeah, that
To get
is.
all those cut. I've got a couple sewn here. But this one's sewn and this one's sewn.
I like those. Those are beautiful. You showed me those.
And then I've got a stack here of those before I ran out of fusible and just said screw it, and they're ready to applique. So I've got them in a separate bag. And that reminds me, I need to put gallon Ziploc bags on my grocery list. Because I'm kind of about out of them. I've got little ones down here, but not gallon.
When you're able to do stairs, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to come by and pick you up. We'll come back
Yeah.
into Chicago and go to Fabric Warehouse. You ever heard of it?
Uh-uh.
3 floors of all fabric. He gets all
Oh,
his stuff
Lord.
from New York, and the prices are unbelievable. You can't buy less than a yard. You have to buy a yard or more. But
Right.
his prices are unbelievable. And it is 3 floors and a basement, wall to wall. Everything, zippers and buttons and fabric and
Kinda like Mood.
huh?
Like Mood.
Mood.
Yeah.
What's Mood?
It's a fabric store in New York.
That's probably where he gets his stuff. It's just like that. It's like 1, 2, 3, 3 floors in a basement. It's unbelievable. The fabric.
So some of it is, the floors are probably divided up into clothing and quilting.
Oh
So
no,
it's
not
probably
really.
got cotton on a floor and all your satins and jerseys on a floor.
I think it's like all mixed up, basically, kind of. He's got leather.
Uh-huh.
His leather that he has is like the big pieces, you know, like there's not rolls of leather, just pieces. And
Yeah.
sell it, of course, by the square inch. Zippers, buttons, Velcro, sewing it.
Sounds about like Mood. You,
It doesn't
you can
have
see Mood on Project Runway. They go to Mood for them.
Yeah.
I
People
like
come from
watching
all
Project
over here
Runway.
too, because the fabrics they have. Look it up on. Look it up. They've got
Okay.
that beautiful, beautiful fabric for making evening gowns and wedding dresses with the sequins and oh my goodness,
It's just like Mood. It's like Mood.
exactly.
Yeah. And I do believe that Mood has a
Good night, Deb.
cotton floor because they have them all separated.
I'm trying to think. I haven't been there in about a year. I don't know.
Night, Deb. Have a good night. You know, the link's up here if anybody else want to come up. I don't know how long I'll be on. I've already been on over 2 hours.
I'm gonna call you when we get off of here.
And we can stay on after. I just have to
Well, I'm
end
gonna
the
call you on
broadcast.
the phone. I'm gonna call you on the phone when we get off here.
Oh, yeah.
What was I gonna say? Yeah, when you're able to walk and do stairs, because I'm not gonna carry you upstairs.
Well,
They've got one of those. Hey, they've got one of those freight elevators. No way.
yeah.
You know,
I don't know.
I won't do that. But you know, if you take elevators, that's good.
I do, but I don't know about a freight elevator. Calling up, you saying I'm freight?
Okay, whatever. Whatever.
I know, right? But no, Blake's doing better. So it's not just that though, Julie. It's walking. Before that is I'm limited, right, on how
Right.
much because of the neuropathy.
Exactly. You should get one of those. Do you have one of those little carts? Did you those electric scooter things?
No.
No. Gotta be good.
At least my sugar was down. The doctor was glad to hear that.
That's
Because they
good.
started me on a new pill to help bring my A1C down. In order to do that, they got to get my sugar to stay down, right? I'm still a little thirsty, but
Can't you drink water?
night, Sarah. Yeah,
Good night, Sarah.
but I'm still always thirsty, and that's with the diabetes.
exactly.
right.
That's like that. Exactly.
So getting the sugar to stay down where it belongs, it helps.
What do I
So
know?
I think with everybody heading out, I'm going to end the broadcast. And
Okay.
I really appreciate, stay right where you're at. Don't go anywhere. I really appreciate everybody joining, and I'll see you another time. Have a good night.